Good morning, good evening, everyone. Happy to see you all on a weekend, connecting with us on this weekly event, My Time. So, as you all know, this is a beautiful space we have here for being with ourselves, meditating together, and listening to great knowledge shared by speakers from around the world. So, IFSS is hosting this along with different organizations, and today's session is hosted by Joyce Oneness Inclusive. And without further delay, let's get into the session for today, and we'll start with a meditation. So I would like to request Sunil to guide us today. Sunil, you don't need any introduction. You're the face of IFSS.
Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you. Good evening.
Yeah, good morning.
I'm audible, right?
Yes, you are.
All right. Thank you. So once again, good morning and good evening to everyone who's joined. Yeah, let's begin the session with 40 minutes meditation. So most of us, I assume, know what meditation we are going to be doing. Even if otherwise, if somebody is not aware, we are going to sit and do Anapanasati meditation. Anapanasati is discovered by Buddha, and it's one of the most simplest technique discovered by Buddha, and it is with this meditation he got enlightened. So this Anapanasati is in Pali language. Ana is ingoing breath, Apana is outgoing breath, and Sati means being with the breath. So all we're going to do is just be with our simple, natural, free-flowing breath. So gather yourself, sit comfortably. If you're sitting in a chair or a sofa, you can sit anywhere, just be comfortable. In case you're sitting on a chair or a sofa, please cross your feet. You may clasp your fingers, just lock them together and then place them on your lap. If at all you're wearing spectacles, please remove them. You don't need spectacles while meditating. Just look around and observe. Sense the temperature of the room. Whatever sounds that you hear from outside is okay. It's absolutely fine. Just observe. Now, draw your attention to your self. At this point of time, let us close our eyes. Because eyes are the windows to the mind. The very basic thing to do is to make your body comfortable before we get into meditation. So let us just scan our body from head to toe. Just check how is your forehead, your eyebrows, chin, lips, and teeth. Are they tightly held? Just loosen it a bit. Let the whole face, the head, be relaxed completely. Relax your neck and shoulders. Just check your arms and fingers that's clasped. Loosen them a bit. Don't make it tight. Please scan your back muscles, upper back, lower back. You can lean to the back in case you want to relax. It's absolutely okay. How is your thigh muscles? calf muscles, ankle, feet. Make minor adjustments if needed. So we have scanned the entire body and the whole body is in a completely relaxed state. Now bring your attention from your body to your breath. Do not alter your breath. Whatever pace you're breathing now, it's absolutely fine. All we need to do is just observe the natural ingoing and outgoing breath. No mantras, no chanting, no visualization, nothing. Our breath is our guru. Yeah, whenever thought appears out of nowhere, it's absolutely fine. Just cut the thoughts and come back to the breath. Let us just park the thoughts like we park our vehicle in the parking layout. We only take it when necessary. For the next 40 minutes, it's my time. It's me time. All we are going to do is be with our own natural breath. We'll play music in the background, but let our attention be on our breath. Please come back to your breath, my dear friends. Let our attention be only on our breath. Simple formula. Cut the thoughts, come back to breath. Cut the thoughts, come back to breath. Please come back to your breath, my dear friends. Just be with your natural breath. Please come back to your breath. Just be with the breath. Please continue to be with your friends. Last for 5 minutes. Last 2 minutes. Please be with your breath. Wonderful friends. Now slowly bring your attention back to your bodies. You do not open your eyes yet. Just bring attention to your body. Slowly, whenever you are whenever you're ready, you may now open your eyes, place your fingers, the palm on the eyes, and slowly you may now open your eyes once you are done. Be comfortable. Please take your time. We will stop the music in a while. You can take your time, no hurry. There is no hurry. Thank you so much, friends. Over to you, Rashmi.
Thank you, Sunil. Wonderful meditation. Great start for the session today. Thank you so much. Yeah, I hope everyone is back from the meditation. We will get to the next segment for today. The topic for today is pranayama. So, to talk about it, we have Rakesh joining us. Rakesh is a spiritual seeker and has been practicing meditation for a while. He's very keen in like experimenting different techniques like pranayama, kriyas, and other healing modalities. So, without further delay, let's hear from Rakesh how pranayama can help deepen our practices. Welcome,
Thank you.
Rakesh.
Thank you. Thank you, Sunil. That was a wonderful guided meditation session today. Really very good. Enjoyed. Yep. I hope everyone too had similar experience. With that, let us begin today's topic. Okay, so many of us are meditating for quite some time now. We are all are pretty experienced in meditation. So any new members here, or is everyone been doing it for some time now? Okay, let's assume that everybody is an experienced meditator. Maybe they could be new in this lifetime, but maybe in their past life they have been doing it. So considering all of that, let's continue. So we all know, as we deepen our meditation experiences, as we go deeper and deeper into our daily practices, slowly, the breath becomes shallow as we keep on meditating. And given some point of time, what would happen is the breath would become too narrow. It would be very subtle, and slowly, there would be almost as if there is no breath. And when we enter into that particular state, we call it as a samadhi sthiti. I think many of the great masters have talked about this samadhi state, where there is no breath. The number of breath that we take in a given time also reduces. I mean, the count of breath also reduces. So, give an example, a normal person in a day takes around 21,000 times of breath. He breathes 21,000 times in a day. But for a yogi who is in a samadhi state, the breath becomes the number of intakes, inhalation and exhalation becomes very less. It would be probably in few hundreds. And eventually, if we do meditation, let's say we do meditate for a long number of hours in a given day, consistently over a given period of time, we would too eventually graduate to that particular state. Maybe it happen in one lifetime, or it might take couple of lifetime, but it is bound to happen. And when we experience the state of samadhi, we would be completely detached with the surroundings, with the actual 3D world that is that in which we are in. We tend to participate into that 3D reality less and less, and we'll be completely detached. Our sages have called that state as vairagya. Now, that is all far and good. Definitely, we would all aim to go into samadhi state. But given our circumstances, we are, as in this 21st Kali Yuga century, we have to go to our work, we have to pay our taxes, and we have to take care of our families. All that thing, the responsibilities that we imbibe, we should not let go of them. We should carry them with equal vigor and, with equal enthusiasm as we sit and do meditation. There should always be a balance. Let's say we have crossed 60, 70 years, we are retired, we have no time, and meditation is the only thing to do. That's well and good. But I think most of us are into IT jobs. So definitely we would always seek that there is a balance in everything. Because the more meditation we do, the more detached we become, the more difficult it becomes to actually manage the surrounding day-to-day jobs. It happens with every one of us. So for that particular reason, pranayama would definitely help us. It helps us in balancing everything around inside within us. So that is what we are going to explore a little bit. So many of you guys might have heard of different types of pranayama called Anulom Vilom, Kapalbhati, or stuff like that. Uh, does any one of you have attempted to do it before? Yes. Okay. Okay. So typically, what we are doing is we are actually controlling the prana, the flow of prana within our body. We all know that breath is our guru. And we are here, we are living in this world because our breath is active. We are constantly breathing. The sooner when we stop, stop breathing, definitely we will no longer be a part of this earth. And the same breath, we are actually gradually trying to flow to particular areas of the body through the help of conscious breathing. We also call them those techniques as pranayama. Why we should do is, as I have told earlier, the more and more we do serious meditation, our breath becomes subtle and it would always be, on the top. So gradually what would happen? All our lower chakras will stop functioning. They would slowly, starting from the Mooladhara, then to the Manipuraka, and then to the throat, they would stop functioning actively. So they would not be 100% active. And the following, when that happens, the symptoms that we see around our lifestyles is we no longer feel interested in doing our day-to-day activities with much vigor. We even lose our appetite and many other things. So that could be an indication that your chakras have stopped functioning. So in order to keep everything in balance, it is advised that along with meditation, we should also do pranayama daily. So how we do it, there are a couple of techniques. One we will briefly discuss, but this is the overall intention. So once you start sending prana through all of your chakras, they will function actively and they will remain active. And once if all of your chakras are active, definitely you would able to perform everything properly. So that's the fundamental aim of why we should do pranayama. So if till here, if it is interesting, I will go and explain a couple of techniques. This is one basic technique that is important for all of us and which even I do practice daily and it has benefited me a lot. So last time when I was here, I briefly spoke about the Swara Yogas. I spoke about the left nostril and the right nostril. Sometimes our left nostril is active, sometimes our right nostril is active. So even if you check at any given point of time, either one of the nostrils are active. And very, very few times in a day, both nostrils become active. But in deeper and deeper and deeper meditation, slowly, both the nostrils would become active. Of course, the breath will be subtle, it would be slow, it would be very shallow, but both nostrils are active. When your both nostrils are active, that means when the prana or the air is flowing through both of your nostrils, that is an indication that your Sushumna channel is active. The Sushumna Nadi, either most of the time for any given individual, either left or right is active. That means either Pingla or Ida is active. So for we call him as Manava or Dvijudu in Sanskrit. That means any one of is active. But for a person whose both nostrils are active, we call him as God, Demudu. That's in Telugu, we call him as God. That is an indication that both of his nostrils are active. So if one more thing to add here, there are certain examples in our mythologies. Let's take the example of Rama. We all know that Rama comes from Surya Vamsham. And if you take the incarnation of Krishna, he comes from Chandra Vamsham. The indication of this mythology is they say that Rama is mostly right oriented. Anyone whose Surya Nadi is more dominant, is more active, there are certain qualities versus the person whose Chandra Nadi is mostly active. So even if you given any point of time in a day, if you observe, most of the time you could feel that one of the nostril flow is more dominant than the other one. So if for a person whose right nostril is too active, and let's say he does certain pranayama techniques where he only activates his right nadi, what would happen is the benefits are he would definitely gain more knowledge. He will become a gnani, and there would be an increase in the command on his voice and certain other areas where people will be tend to listen to him. He might look more assertive in his talk, and if he keeps on doing more and more and more, it also takes him to vairagya. When a person whose Chandranadi is very active, the example we see is of Krishna, Lord Krishna. Of course, that's just basic an indication. Krishna, Rama, basically they are all enlightened beings. So most of the time their Sushumnas are also active. But this is just a general indication to explain to the public what the qualities are. So definitely if a person whose Chandranadi is more active, he would be more active in his materialistic world. Although he will be equally knowledgeable, he will be also totally, completely present in the activity that he is doing. Versus Surya Nadi, who's it's more dominant, he will be completely detached. Chandra Nadi, he will be completely involved in the activities that he or she is doing. A typical example, let's take the case of certain yogis. A person whose Surya Nadi is more active, you would find him sitting in a cave, in a forest, somewhere deep in the mountains, meditating, probably in the Himalayas, because he could definitely, with the Surya Nadi being active, he could manage the cold outside. That should not affect him. But he'll be probably sitting in a cave alone, meditating 24/7. Versus a sage or a rishi whose Chandra Nadi is active. He would probably, have an ashram somewhere in the city. He would have a lot of disciples who would take care of his daily needs. They might even flew him out on a business class plane to some different distant countries so that he could give his lectures there. These are the subtle differences that you could see. Now, keeping that aside, for we as a human being, because we want to carry our day-to-day duties, at the same time, we also do not want to lose sight of our spiritual progress. Doing pranayama to all of your chakras is a very healthy and a very beautiful way in which you can regain your complete balance. So what we typically do is what we should do is after we meditate, let's say we are meditating. Now, if you are meditating, let's say an hour in a day, it's well and good. We are doing it in moderation. It's all fine. Immediately you won't get that samadhi state or anything. But if you do for longer hours and over a consistent amount of time, then you would definitely start seeing the symptoms coming up. So the idea is do your meditation as much as you want, as much as you wish. But after doing that, you should contribute some amount of your time in a given day doing pranayama, whereby you channel all of your prana into all of your 6 chakras. So how do we do that? So one of the very easy technique that we do is we do anulom vilom. That is take in from your left nostril, breathe in from your left nostril, hold it for a couple of seconds and release it from your right nostril, and do the same. You breathe in from your right nostril, hold it for some time, and leave it from your left nostril. This is a basic Anulom Vilom practice. We all are aware of it. The way we do it here is, let's say every day in the morning, you have completed your 1 hour of meditation. And after doing that, you focus you do your Anulom Vilom on each of your chakras, starting from your Sahasrara to your Muladhara. 5 minutes each. You do Anulom Vilom for a couple of minutes. Like, let's say you do 10 rounds of like this. You focus, your entire focus would be, let's say you're doing it on your Sahasrara chakra. Your entire focus would be on your Sahasrara chakra. But you will do Anulom Vilom as if you are breathing in from your left nostril. You're holding it in your Sahasrara chakra for a couple of seconds. And from there, you're releasing it out. Similarly, you would do the alternate way. You're breathing in from your right nostril. Your entire focus is on your Sahasrara chakra. And then immediately you would do an exhalation. This is called Anulom Vilom. Now we do it for all of your chakras. Let's say you're doing for your heart chakra. Your entire focus is on heart chakra. You breathe in, your focus is still on your heart chakra, you do, and then you breathe out. Same thing, breathe in, hold, breathe out. Now, along with it, once you do that, what would happen? So there are a couple of ways. If you can also do just your left nostril, If you just breathe in through your left nostril, hold it and breathe out to your left nostril, it has certain effects on your body. If you breathe in from your right nostril, hold it for a couple of minutes, seconds, and then you breathe out, it has certain benefits in your body. Then, if you do Anulom Vilom, that means you breathe in through one nostril and you breathe out through another nostril. What it would do is it would generate heat in your body. So, once sufficient amount of heat is generated, there is a tejas that you could see rising within you. So, they call it as in Sanskrit, they call it as Aruna Kanti. So the term is you do Anulom Vilom and your body you become a source of light. There will be a glow. You will definitely see as your face starts changing. It will become more brighter. That means the energy is moving upwards, and definitely that's the symptom that you see. And if you actually hold both of your nostrils, it's not like you're closing, but just touch both of your fingertips. Take a deep breathing. Let's, for example, hold it on your heart chakra and release it. When you do this, now because you are focusing on both of your nostrils, the prana actually travels through both of the nostrils. And when it happens, your Sushumna Nadi gets activated and the energy starts flowing through your Sushumna Nadi. And once the energy starts flowing through your Sushumna Nadi, it's where inside that Sushumna Nadi, of course, there are even subtler nadis inside the Sushumna Nadi, where all of your karmic baggage is actually stored. But typically, what would happen, even if you meditate, for longer period of time, both the nostrils get activated, and once the energy starts flowing through your Sushumna Nadi, all of your karmic patterns, whatever is stored, the bank account, good or bad, it starts slowly burning away. The same thing happens if you consciously, just feel that you are breathing in from both of your nostrils. To further assist to make it more simpler, just touch your fingertips to your tips of your nostril here and take deep breath. If both of your energy channels are active, the energy always flow through Sushumna. And that is an indication of, making a good progress. Of course, it would also generate more heat in your body, and that would also help in our spiritual progress. So these are the very basic points. My suggestion is for all of us, for those who do not have a lot of time, at least in the morning, once we do our meditation, do Anulom Vilom, focusing on your Muladhara chakra, because morning time from 6 to 6:45, by nature, our Muladhara chakra is active. As soon as the sun rises, for the first 45 minutes, the Muladhara chakra is active. So take a deep breath We will do it for now since most of you guys are in India time right now. We will spend a couple of minutes doing pranayama for your Muladharam. So sit straight and take a deep breath. Close your right nostril and take a deep breath from your left nostril. Imagine the prana is actually flowing through your spine to your Muladhara. Slowly, slowly, it need not be in a very abrupt or an aggressive pattern. As much as you can, slowly. Just imagine the energy is flowing through your spine into your Muladhara chakram. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Then, once you feel the energy has hit your Muladhara, put your entire focus, your attention on the Muladhara. Close both of your nostrils and let it be there for a couple of seconds, as long as you could hold. Then, close your left nostril and breathe out through your right nostril. Now, the process is reverse. Here, you are actually now visualizing the energy is flowing upwards through your spine and you are exiting the energy. You are exiting or you are exhaling through your Sahasraram. You should feel that the energy is actually going through your Sahasraram. So let's do it for a couple of minutes. Now, let's do Samaswaram. Equanimous breathing. Just touch your tip of your nostrils. Breathe in from both of your nostrils. It's the same technique. Energy is flowing through your spine. Here it is resting in Muladhara. Hold it for a couple of seconds or as long as you can and gently exhale it upwards. We can do this for a minimum of 10 minutes, 5 minutes Anulom Vilom and 5 minutes of equanimous breathing or Samaswaram. That would activate your Muladhara chakra. And slowly, slowly, any impurities that is there around your Muladhara chakra, that will get cleared. And of course, it becomes active. Same thing you could do for your Manipuraka chakra. You can do it in the afternoon from 1 to 8. During somewhere around afternoon, around 1 p.m. until around 8 p.m., your Manipuraka chakra is active. So if during that time you do the same technique to your Manipuraka chakra, it is beneficial. That chakra would become active and it would function 100%. And during the night time, you could do it on your Anahata chakram after 8:30 before you sleep. And anyways, during the morning time, we all wake up probably before sunrise and we do our meditation. And it is during that time, the Brahma Muhurta, everyone knows that, everyone is very well aware that our Sahasrara Chakram and the Agna Chakram is active. And that's the reason it is always the best time for us to do any spiritual practice that would take ascent to your higher dimensions. Not only that, I would just like to add this point that even if you are not meditating for long hours, the kind of jobs that we do these days, being into IT, we are always functioning from our head. We are not farmers where we engage our whole body and mind to do a certain task. Most of the time, it's our head. We think a lot. We apply our brain power most of the time in a given day. And that's how we lead our lifestyle. Even during evening hours, once we are back from office, we switch on TV and we watch, we consume all these web series and all these things. Knowingly, unknowingly, at this point of time, also, even our brain is active. Now, what's the downside of that is now, since it is so active, all the energy is anyway, most of the time it's up. And slowly, even our lower chakras naturally get closed without our any voluntary, even if we know or if we do not know, partially the lower chakras are getting closed. And that's one of the reasons why many people say these days, there is a lot of conflicts amongst the family. There is no understanding between two people and all these things. It's just because the lower chakras are open. Sorry, they are getting closed. And all the family problems that you see these days because of taking these IT jobs and all that, it is one of the factor because the lower chakras are getting closed. So it is always important that we keep a balance on all of our chakras through pranayam. The process is very fast and it would help in the regular functioning of all this. So that's the overall summary. If anyone is more interested, we could conduct a further session that where we can spend a little bit more time doing it for all of our chakras, and we can then explore it a bit more. So that's about it. Any questions, anyone?
Thank you, Rakesh. I had one question, do you do this focusing on each chakra only in that specific time, or can we do it like all at once, like after
You
meditation?
can do all at once. Usually you can set an hour of your day where you do 7 chakras, 10 minutes for each chakras.
Okay.
And yeah, you should do. So the point is we are not excluding any chakras. All of our chakras, if they are active, they would function properly. If you do it for an year, definitely you would you would start noticing the benefits.
Mm.
This is just a part of it. If we go a little bit further, even we add bija mantras to each and every chakras.
Okay.
So when you do a chakra pranayam, let's say you're focusing on heart and you put Srim Bijam to it, so that is actually giving you a tenfold effect. So same technique, but along with your focus, you would also mentally chant Srim while you inhale, only while you inhale, not while you exhale. So that's a little more advanced technique. We do even that, but that is more beneficial. We have bijas for each and every chakras. So that's usually how I do it.
Okay. Mm. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? You can post it in the chat or raise your hands.
Yeah, Sukmarji, please.
Yeah, hi, Master. Thank you so
Hello.
much for the advanced techniques that you are giving us. One thing is, like, can we maintain our day with the same equal amount of breath that we see in the both nostrils by practicing? Can we maintain? Can we do that? Or?
See, for a healthy body to function, there is a reason why certain times during a day our left nostril is active and right nostril is active. Because we have to carry on our duties, do our karmas and all that. You can definitely practice it, but do not, exceed it. Because during meditation, that is what it is happening. You're trying to go to that equilibrium state where both of your nostrils become active. So that's anyway, you're doing it as a part of meditation.
Oh.
Then for your chakra activation, let's say you do for 30 minutes, right? 10 minutes. So 5 minutes you are doing this, and 5 minutes you are doing equanimous breathing. That is good. Traditionally, our ancient masters, how they used to do it is they used to take one chakra, right? Let's say Muladhara chakra, for a couple of months or years together, unless it is completely activated, they would spend probably an hour of time at least doing only this pranayama technique. So
Okay.
once your Muladhara is active, then they would go up. One they would go up, and all.
Because the reason I asked this question is I had came across one of the article where our old ancient all the generations for people, especially Indian generations, they used to put their hand below their nose and then see whether if it is difference is there, the one is dominated the other, and then they are not seeing the equal but difference, then they will not go on the day to the out.
Yes,
They'll not go to the work on that
that
day.
is Swara Yoga. So you based on the cycle, the Swara cycle, if you understand it a bit more, you will be able to understand whether you could carry out a particular task or not. So at a given point of time, that Swara would help you understand whether you should go it and do it or not. And if it is not favorable, they would change the Swara.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's the Swara science. So yeah, that would take some time to master it.
Okay.
Although it sounds simple, it's easy, but it takes time.
Yeah, I mean,
But that's a very good science to explore, because ultimately one thing it is, everything is revolving around our prana, our breath. All the sciences are science is around it. So meditation is just one
yeah,
aspect, right? Even if you look at an iconography of any of our deities, each and everything has a meaning in it. If you are able to decode it properly, it is good. Like take example of Brahma. He would always have a japamala in his hand. We know meditation is highest, definitely. But along with them, if you also do mantra chanting, it has its own benefits. Everything works together. He has Shankha in one of his hand. That means he is manipulating, controlling the flow of breath. That is pranayama. And he will see Vedas in one of his other hand. That means Svajjana Sangatyam. Should always have the equal amount of knowledge.
yeah.
And that's what we are doing in one way or the other. So, yeah.
I mean, great way to explore the spiritual path. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, sure, sir. Thank you so much. And then, yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Pavitra ji.
Hello, sir. Namaste.
Namaste.
So, thank you for the wonderful session. So, my question is we are aiming at activating the higher chakras, right? And how we control the lower chakras and to activate the higher chakras. And in the spiritual path, this helps in enlightenment. This is my understanding about the chakras. So, by doing pranayama and other breathing practices, are we not doing the reverse by uh, activating the lower chakras as well? Because when I heard about it, like when some chakras is blocked, then we won't be able to go higher. We need to unblock those chakras so that we can go and activate the higher chakras. So are we not doing the reverse by activating the lower chakras?
No, that's not. See, for complete enlightenment, all of your chakras should be active and clear. See, enlightenment is one of the goal. You need to sustain your body properly. Okay? The lifestyles are also different. See, earlier people in Satyayugam, the lifestyle was entirely different. Now the lifestyles are different. Correct? People had more time before. We do not have that much time before. So things are also changing. And if you consider ourselves, most of the time, all of our chakras in some capacity or other is always blocked. The whole purpose of our meditation is basically to cleanse, right? To go deeper, right? It does. Meditation does Nadi Shuddhi, where it's removing all the blockages, So the blockages could exist in our nadis, in our chakras, everywhere. Slowly, the blocks are removed and the energy ascends upwards, right? But that's just one half of the journey. You see, there is Lord Shiva. If you look at him, he's always there meditating. And if you see the iconography, there are mountains like ice, like Himalayan mountains behind him, and he's alone there meditating. But that's just one half of the journey. The second half of the journey is to complete the loop. We have to again come down. We have to come down and we have to explain and we have to teach others what we have learned. That's when the journey completes. So what most of us or most of the sages really focus on is ascending upwards. That's not complete. A guru or a teacher who has ascended to that particular samadhi state, his next step is to again come down. That is the role of a creator. A person who has ascended, you would call him as Shiva. A person who have descended, you will call him as Dakshinamurti. There is another name of Lord Shiva called as Dakshinamurti. If you actually break the name, Dakshina is south, right? He has come down, come to the south, so that he could impart his wisdom to others. So even though if you are actually getting enlightened, enlightenment would happen. Enlightenment is a journey. It would definitely happen. If all of your chakras are well maintained and active, and if each chakras get activated, there is a wisdom within each and every part of that chakra, and you would be a part of that. So that wisdom would be known to you. Okay, once all of your chakras are equally activated and functioning, you would definitely be more wiser, and that's definitely contributing to your enlightenment. And once you have gone up, this is your duty to come down. So every day, so my master who actually taught me, he said that back in 2020, he went into samadhi state. There was only like in a day, given a day, a couple of hundreds of breaths. It was even difficult for him to even brush his teeth because that's how detached he was. And once he started doing pranayama, you become a conscious creator at that point of time. Because in each of your chakras, there are devatas. And once you activate those chakras, you would get the devatas. You would understand the wisdom of that devatas and you become that devata. Your Muladhara is active. You become Ganapati. Brahma is governing again Muladhara and Swadhisthana. Vishnu is governing your Manipuraka. Shiva is governing your these two chakras, the Panchapranas, so there are a lot of correlation. And once you go above, you call it as Paramashiva or Parameshwara. That is para consciousness. If you go above your sixth chakra, that is para. Anything below 5 is basically Panchapranas or Pandavas, whatever you call them. So yes, so we are not losing. We have to complete the cycle. And that's the summation of it.
Thank you, Rakesh. There is one question in the chat. Can pranayama reduce thoughts during meditation?
So I asked the same question to my Guruji. What he says is, as long as there is mind, there will always be thoughts. Until and unless you go into samadhi, you will experience zero thoughts. So there is nothing wrong in having thoughts. Definitely, the intensity of the thoughts would definitely reduce, but let us not bother that there are too many thoughts. It's like, let the thoughts come because we are emptying it out. And our process, in that entire process, definitely the number of thoughts would get reduced. So if you are really, so you can do, if you are really doing pranayama, because you are actually controlling the focus of your breaths, technically, yes, during that time when you are actually breathing in, breathing out, there will be no thoughts. So in a way, definitely you have reduced the number of thoughts during that pranayama session. So you can't think at the same time, you can't be aware of your breath. Either one of them would be possible.
I think that's what we do in our normal anapanasati meditation also, right?
Exactly.
Once you
Yes.
are in sync with your breath, you will not know that thoughts are happening.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, I don't see any other questions. Friends, if you have anything. Oh yeah, there was one comment by Arya that, yeah, we will definitely conduct more of these sessions. I know.
Yeah, so if you are interested in exploring the pranayama session, I would definitely would prefer doing a complete 1 hour session. Like we will do it for all of our chakras one day.
Yeah, that will be very helpful. Though I heard about pranayama, but I never knew the this level of intricacies and how it's going to
Oh,
benefit.
yeah. There
So,
are too many. I barely scratched the surface,
oh,
and
okay.
I actually probably would have explained only very few things. There is definitely a lot. If you actually tie it down, connect the dots, it's a huge subject by itself. And one more thing, before we conclude, I would like to add is we have Mahashivratri coming on next week. So one thing you can do is you can actually do mantra chanting by placing the bija mantras at a specific chakra point and do mantra chanting that way too. So that would also help in unblocking or unlocking the potential of each chakras. So we have Shivaratri coming on. All what we can do is we know we'll all be doing our regular Anapanasati meditation, but what we can also do is we can actually let's do it for a minute if it is not too late. Do we have time, Rashmi?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So the technique is the mantra is Om Namah Shivaya. Again, it's a very beautiful mantra. This mantra is always the flow of this mantra is it will always take you upwards, ascension. So what we do is we focus on your Sahasrara and we say Om. Immediately, then we focus on your Muladhara. We say Na. Focus your attention on your Swadhisthana and we say Ma. Manipuraka, Shi, Anahata, Va, Agna, Ya. We do it in a little bit faster manner. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. This is the speed in which we can do, but all we do is we shift our attention from one chakra to another chakra. Where our attention goes, the energy flows. When we have sufficient energy in that particular point of place, our healing happens. And top of it, we add Bija mantra that would also unlock additional potentiality. So we can think it simply in that manner. Let's do it for a minute. Mentally all chant Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Continue. Gradually open your eyes.
Thank you, Rakesh. That was wonderful.
Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. It was a wonderful topic, and I think we definitely need a session on just pranayama and techniques. I've been doing Anulom Vilom, but I didn't know how the science behind it. I didn't know it.
Even a simple
Yeah.
Kapalbhati,
Yeah.
Ramdev teaches Kapalbhati where he speaks about how many diseases it can cure. But
Mhm.
apart from that, the Kapalbhati affects your Panchapranas. So it goes still deeper.
Mhm.
Your Bhastrika also goes deeper. So depending on which lens you are looking at it, you would understand it maybe in that context. So, yep. Yeah, thank you, everyone. That was a nice
Thank you,
session and
everyone.
really
Yeah.
wonderful meditation today. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Rakesh, and thank you everyone for joining and hoping to see you all next week. Yeah, till then, bye. Take care. Bye.